Hello everyone, how are you doing today? So I was making a sweater, then I realized that I don't have any tutorial on how to make a sweater. I have some tutorial, but it is not very clear, and I felt like, why don't I show these guys how to crochet a sweater since I am making one. So all you need, first of all, sorry for thank you so much for being here, by the way. I really am so grateful. And I always just want to go straight to it, but let me take time to appreciate you guys. I'm really so grateful for each and every one of you. So let's get to the tutorial. I'm going to be using blue in different shades. I'm going to be using a darker blue, a light blue. It's something, I'm just going to twist it all up so that it comes out something very beautiful. So you can also use different colors. You can choose red, orange, yellow, something like that, and brown, something to make it really look bomb. All we need is a pair of scissors and a hook. This one I prefer you use a 5mm crochet hook because it is the best hook for big projects. You're going to be needing a tape measure, of course, to get the right body measurements. Now this sweater is going to be you're going to make it depending on the size of the person. Like for medium, I recommend you to use like 20 inches, 20 inches of on the width, I mean the length, and the width we can make it like we are going to crochet 22 inches. Let me show you guys, because this is what we are going to be making. Apparently this is what I have. You are going to make the same thing but two of them, right? So this is what I'm trying to say. We are going to be, this is going to be 20 inches, and you're going to go up something like 21 to 22 inches up. That will give you the right height of your sweater. So we're going to be using double crochet stitches to make this project. So let's go ahead and start by chaining up to like the exact number of stitches we need to get up to 20 inches on the base. Okay, so all you need to do is choose the color that you're going with first, because I started with blue, as you can see. I'm going to make a double crochet. So for this one, we're going to be only making the body. We are not yet working on the neckline. So just make a slip knot like that. Okay, make it in any way you desire, and just position yourself and chain a long chain that is equivalent to what? To 20 inches for medium size. The inches can differ from size to size. In case you're making for a child, make sure you get the right measurement for a child, and in case you're making for a fat person, do the needful. So this is going to be approximately 20 to 21 inches. So go ahead and do that and come back. So guys, I chained 70. 70 is what I chained to get my desired number of stitches, I mean of inches. So from here we're going to chain 3 more, and you're going to double crochet on the 4th chain from the hook. I hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to double crochet on the 4th chain from the hook like this. Okay, 4th chain from the hook, place a double crochet, and basically we are just going to double crochet because we are only using double crochets. So in every stitch you're just going to place a double crochet. So I'll meet you at the end of this row. See you then. So guys, I've approached the end of my row, so all we're doing is finishing it up. So make sure you enter the last stitch that is my, the last chain. This is still a chain. This is what I have for the first row. So all we are going to be doing at this point is we're in chain 3, okay, like that. Turn your work and continue double crocheting in that first stitch. Make sure you enter the first stitch. The first stitch is that stitch that is at the base of the chain 3, okay, this stitch right here. This is the first stitch. So when you always enter the first stitch, your work is always going to be straight. You're not going to have issues with your work, coming inside and being disorganized. So make sure you enter the last stitch and the first stitch, so that is to keep your work straight. So from here, I want to just show you guys one more thing. In case okay, to switch colors, right? Let me say I want to switch to color. Okay, let me use this color, this darker shade of blue. Okay, where is my scissor? Wait, I get my pair of scissors. So I want to teach you guys how to switch colors. So you're just going to make a slip knot. Okay, make a slip knot. When you reach this point, of course, you want to switch a color like this. Okay, you're just going to go at the side of your work where you want to switch. Okay, like in case let me say here I had stopped here, right? I had made my double crochet. By the way, let me first finish so that I be accurate. So give me a second. I finish this row to not cause you guys confusion. So yeah, just give me just some few minutes. So guys, at the end of my row, as you can see, I'm entering my last stitch. That is the last stitch there. So my work is straight and perfect. So after after double crocheting the number of rows you wish, like for my case, I did 10 rows before I switched to the next color. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So I switched to another blue, then I switched to another shade of blue, as you can see. Then I brought back the other blue, then I went for the darker blue. So guys, that is what I did basically. But for this row, this is just a demonstration. I'm going to make 10 more rows of blue. 8 more rows of this color before I switch to the next color. But to switch colors, you're going to get your slip knot. Make sure you have it like this, and just keep your hook in this position right here. Don't remove it. Just pull your yarn through this loop like this, okay, and just keep it there. Then hold it like this, okay. Then you're going to chain 3, okay, chain 3, pull this. You can cut this off because we don't need it right now, but I shouldn't have cut it because I'm still working, but it's all okay. Just going to reconnect it. So you're just going to, from here, you're going to turn your work and just continue double crocheting, okay. That is all. You've switched your color in a very smooth way that no one can notice when you tie the two together. So basically guys, we're going to be working up to 22 inches until you can measure it from down to the other length, that it is 22 inches. Then come back. I don't know how many lines those will be, but just use your tape measure. But for those people who are lazy to buy tape measures, this is 10 10 10 and 10, so it's going to be approximately, let me see, 10 times 4, that is something like 40 to 45 rows, okay. So go ahead and make this. We are going to make 2 of them. As you see, I already have my other side. you guys go ahead and make 2 of these. You're going to rewind the video in case you get confused on how to make the second side, and yeah, make 2 of these. Me, I already have one. You're going to do the same thing and make the second side, because we need 2 sides to make the body of the sweater. So see you guys when you're done with both of your sides. Me, I'm just going to work mine up 22 more rows since I already had a head start. So we'll see you guys soon. So guys, I went and made mine. I'm sure you guys have yours already, and I took some time because I had some issues. Unfortunately, I lost my hook, my 5mm crochet hook. I've ordered for one, but it's taking so long, and I really just want this video to be out. So guys, I grabbed a 3.5mm crochet hook to substitute in, because my hooks are really worn out. I really need a new set. So you can continue with your 5mm crochet hook. Don't really change the hook, but just for my case, it was unfortunate that I lost mine. So let's go ahead and finish up the sweater. So after making your 40 double crochets, we're going to extend the neckline. So go ahead and grab your weight. So I remembered I said that you have to make 2 of these, okay? 2 of these. Go ahead and make another piece like this, okay? So you have to have 2 of them. I have 2, okay? This is one, this is the second one. So after this, you're going to make your slip knot, okay, in your next color. You're going to attach it, of course, this side. You're going to attach it on top of your double crochet. We are going to extend it by 1 more row in the next color. In case you're using my pattern, you're going to have to extend it by 1 extra row of double crochets. So just go ahead and make double crochets, okay, for 1 more row in this color or your next color. This is the color for the neckline. So guys, if you're using my pattern, make sure you add 1 color. But in case you decided to develop your own pattern, or you're just using your normal color, just make a normal row of a double crochet. Yeah, that's all. See you when you're done. So this is what I meant. So from here we are going to do something different. We are going to be extending the neckline by 3 rows, okay? So you're going to ask yourself, or like someone you're making this for, how do you want your neck to look? Do you want it to be large? Do you want it to be a bit, something like a turtleneck? Or do you want it to be, I don't know, like, okay, the way you feel you want your neck to look is what is going to determine this step, okay? So go ahead and take your measurements. Of course, we are going to be estimating from this side to this. I can be like, I want my neckline to look like this. I want it to be very small. I want it to be a bit large, okay? That is you now. It's your choice. But for me, I decided to estimate it on my other piece. The other piece, of course, we are doing the same thing, so don't get confused. So I estimated, let me see, somewhere here, okay? This is where I estimated. If I'm to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. I estimated 24 double crochets. So this is where my neckline is going to stop, and go ahead and get it from the other side. Also use a stitch marker in case you are not accurate. So On the other side you can also place a mark. Of course you can use a stitch marker, but I don't need that because I can identify it when I need it. So this is where my work is. So go ahead and also do the same thing. Go and estimate how do you want your neckline to look, and come back and I show you how we are going to go about it. So I'm going to just extend this a bit. So we are going to be chaining 3 at this point, turning our work. Okay, turn your work. After turning your work, go ahead and place double crochets until you reach the extended part, or the place where you put your stitch marker. So go ahead and just double crochet. We are placing normal double crochets until we reach here. Okay, so this is just a very simple procedure. I'm just going to double crochet 23 times. Okay, and yeah, it's a very simple way to extend a sweater neckline. I really love it because it gives you some nice box shape. I'm actually making this sweater for 2 individuals. I can actually show you. I'm making for a parent and her child. Okay, so this is what we are trying to do. Unfortunately I've made for the kid, so I decided to show you on that one for the adult. So that is the neckline we are trying to achieve. Okay, I hope I've not lost my point. I think it's this one right here. This is where I am supposed to stop. To be sure, let me estimate it again. Yeah, this is where I'm supposed to stop. So from here all I'm doing is just making 3 more chains, turning my work. Just turn your work like this and go back the same direction you came from. So we are doing this for approximately 1 more row. After this we are making only 1 more row because we only need 3 lines of extensions for the neckline, just to lift it up a little bit. So go ahead and double crochet until you reach here. So after reaching the hand, make sure you enter your last stitch. Mine is right here. Okay, so this is my second row of extension. Just chain 3, turn your work and make the last row of extension. Make sure you enter the first stitch. Okay, follow all the rules of crocheting, entering the first stitch and the last stitch to keep your work straight. So go ahead and, sorry for my voice, I'm really struggling to talk. I had some cough, but it is not yet gone. So guys, bear with me. So all we are doing now is finishing the last row as we proceed to the other side. So it's a very simple way to make a sweater, really. I think this is the simplest pattern. I don't know if you will find another more simple way but I am very sure this is the simplest pattern to make a sweater. It's actually very easy and beginner friendly. Anyone can do it, literally. So I'm done here. All I'm doing is yarning over and cutting my yarn. So the next thing we are doing, as you can see, our neckline is already out. So go ahead and estimate on the other side. Be accurate please, because you don't need a unbalanced neckline. Pull this part or put a stitch marker. So this is what is going to be my neck, okay, this space over here. So go ahead and make your slip knot and go to the other side, okay, and attach your hook, I mean your slip knot to the end of the other side and chain 3. After chaining 3, turn your work, okay, and place double crochets until you reach the other side, until you reach where you pulled, I mean where you put your stitch marker. So we're doing the same thing, just reach your stitch marker, I mean here, this is where I pulled. Go ahead and place 3 more double crochets there, I mean go ahead and place 3 rows of double crochets. This is the first one. Okay, let me take you through the first one, because you guys have a tendency of getting confused every time I leave you. Okay, so here we go. So all we are doing is placing normal double crochets in every stitch you see until you reach your stitch marker point. Okay, so I think I've reached, because I'm seeing the extended part, this one, yeah. So to be accurate, let me go ahead and estimate again, like this. Go ahead and do the same, because you need to be very accurate. So yeah, I think I'm good. And from here we are going to be going back. So you go ahead and make 2 more lines, chain 3, turn your work, and what, make 2 more rows of double crochets. See you then. So I'm done. All I did was to yarn over. Now I'm cutting my yarn. So this is how my neckline looks like. Okay, so from here I want you to pause this video, like rewind this video, and go ahead and make the same thing we just made right now. Don't change any stitch. Just go back in case you've forgotten the procedure you used. Go back and make the same exact thing. It has to be the same exact, please. If you chained 70, chain 70. If you chained 50, chain 50, and come back and do the same thing. Extend the neckline and we can proceed. So guys, this is what I was meaning when I told you to make the exact same thing. So if you look at mine, you can think that it's just one piece, but these are 2 pieces. They are exactly the same. So from here you get your other piece, put it on top of this one. If you're accurate, you're going to achieve something that is exactly the same. So you're going to attach these 2 parts together. Here you can use the darning needle, or just use single crochet stitches, the way I'm going to use. Find a way of connecting these 2 parts, okay? Use a darning needle, or just use a single crochet stitches like me. I'm using single crochet stitches just because I am okay with it, but it doesn't mean you have to use it, okay? So I'm just connecting those 2 parts as I align them with single crochet stitches. So go ahead and just align your work and connect them. Make sure that your work is perfectly aligned and together. Okay, these are single crochet stitches. So align them perfectly. You know, we're just connecting everything together. So I'm entering into 2 stitches at the same time and connecting the stitches together. Okay, So this is all I'm doing, and I'm done with that. As you can see, I have the same number of stitches. I hope you guys also have the same. If you are accurate and you listen to everything I said, you will not have any problem joining these two stitches. So go ahead and cut, and this is join. Go to the next and join also. Yeah, go ahead and join. You know how to join. Just join that also with a darning needle or a double crochet stitch. I mean a single crochet stitch. So I went ahead and joined the neckline. This is what we have. So I'm going to also join the armhole space. For the armhole space, I'm just going to take it from down up to here. Okay, this is where I'm stopping. So I'm just going to start from down and come on my second what? Actually, if I'm to count, this is 30. I'm stopping on 32. So go ahead and choose the color of threads you want to join your work with, because it might be visible. So choose a dark color that cannot cause a lot of commotion. So go ahead and attach this from down, okay, and just single crochet until you reach 32. You're going to just single crochet the 2 points together, okay? Yeah, just like this. Place a single crochet as you join two points together, and go ahead and do it even for the other side. Yeah, it's just joining, nothing really. You can use a darning needle or anything. Don't really stress yourself seeing there's no stitch. I'm not entering any stitch. I'm just aligning my work correctly and joining them together, okay? So go ahead and do that. So this is what I meant. Go ahead and yarn over and cut your yarn. So we have secured our armhole. You can see that. Go ahead and do the same for this side. Align your work, make a slip knot and join. Do the same thing as you did on this side on the other side. So I'm done joining the two parts. Yarn over, cut off your yarn. So we're going to turn this inside out. So the other part, so this is going to be the outer part, the other is going to be the inside part, of course, because you can see this one is more flawless than the other one. So this is what we have basically for our sweater for now. So it's looking a bit disorganized, but we shall organize everything and it will look a perfect sweater. So from here, let's go ahead and finish up with the neckline. This is what we're doing right now, the neckline, okay? So for the neckline, go ahead and choose one point that you want. Okay, I prefer the back. I'm going to choose this point at the back, okay? And I'm going to attach my hook there. You can choose any point as long as you're going to close it up. So chain 3 at any point around the neck, and you're going to place 1 double crochet in this space, and there is a small space in between that space. Place 1 double crochet. This big space, place 1 double crochet, and the small space in between there, place 1 double crochet. There are no stitches, by the way. We're just trying to fix our double crochets in an organized way. So in this space, place 1 double crochet. In between here, I can see this is where we join. Place a double crochet. Place 1 double crochet in the next. Place a double crochet in that small space. place 1 double crochet and finish up this row, just placing. There is no stitch, please. We are just trying to create some neckline. So if you finish this side, you're going to enter the point where there are stitches. So where there are stitches, you place 1 double crochet in every stitch. Okay, this one is a bit simpler because you're working in stitches, but on the sides we don't have stitches. Okay, so yeah, so go ahead and do that. So I'm going back to the point where there are no stitches, that is on the side. Place 1 double crochet in that bar, place that. So basically we're just doing that until we are going all around this point. If you noticed the neckline, we're trying to create a round neck. Okay, so we're just going to place only 1 row of double crochets around this, and we're going to create the neckline. So go ahead and finish up this 1 row. As you can see, I'm getting done with mine. Just jab your hook around there. There's no stitch, but here there's a stitch. So I'm finishing this stitch. I don't want the video to be so long, so guys, go ahead and complete. So this is how our neck is looking after the first row of double crochets. If you can see, it has created that neck thing. So to just give it some bit of a classy look, we are going to do the back post, front post double crochet. So you're going to slip stitch on top of this, chain 3 like that, chain 3, and make a back post, front post. I hope you guys know the back post, front post. All you're doing is yarning over, enter, don't enter the stitch, enter from the front like this. Okay, make a double crochet, then yarn over again, then enter from the back like this. Okay, place your back post, then enter from the front like this, then enter from the back and over, then place a double crochet. So you can repeat this, rewind this until you get it. So we're just entering from the front, then from the back. Okay, rewind it until you get it. So do this for the whole of this round, then you come back. So I'm finishing my back post, front post, double crochet row to complete our neckline. After the neckline, you will notice that we are done with the sweater almost, because the other parts really you can do it even on your own. So yarn over after slip stitching on top of the chain 3 and cut. Okay, so this is our neckline. Don't you see how beautiful it is? Don't you feel it? So for those ones who would have loved to make a vest, this can also be a vest. Just go ahead and do that double crochet and you can make something like a back post, front post, and yeah, there you have a vest. So let's go ahead and complete the downer part, because the armholes are very easy to make. The armholes is just, I'll show you how to make it. So for this downer row, we're just going to place, I think 2. Let me see how many I placed here. We'll place 2 more rounds or 3, then we do a double crochet, a back post, front post. So get the color you desire for the downer part, and just jab your hook around there, just joining the 2 together, and chain 3. Then from here we have stitches to work in, like this is a space that was created when I was joining, so don't worry. You go ahead into your double crochet stitches. There are stitches there, they're not so visible but they're there, so go ahead and just place double crochets all round until you reach here. Do that, come back and meet me here. So guys, all I'm doing is slip stitching on top of my chain 3 after finishing my row, chaining 3, turning my work and adding one more row of this color. So before we can do the back post front post, the back post front post is going to be a reduction back post front post. I'm going to show you guys just in a sec. So guys, I'm done. All I'm doing is slip stitching on top of my chain 3 like that. Then I'm going to chain 3, turn my work. So this is the only differing part. Instead of making back post front post double crochets behind one post, we're going to go underneath 2 posts. Okay, we are doing the same back post but underneath 2. So yarn over when you're entering in front. For the other one you entered like this, right? But for this one you're going to grab 2, okay, like this, and just make a double crochet. Go from the back. Instead of going underneath 1 like this, you're going to go underneath 2 over 2, I mean. So you're going to repeat, but the difference is you're going to be placing 2, 2, and back post, I mean, you're going to be skipping 2. This is to help us reduce our sweater. It doesn't look okay, it shouldn't look like some, you know, something without a shape. This one is going to give it a shape. Okay, so go ahead and do that. See you when you're done. Just entering underneath 2 to give it the shape, and placing back post, front post, double crochets. So all I'm doing is slip stitching on top of my chain 3, yarning over, then cutting. So this pattern is very optional. It's for those who want, because it gives your sweater some kind of, you know, it makes you hold you from down like this. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. So in case you don't want that, you don't have to make the reduction pattern. Okay, in case you just want it to be, you know, something baggy, you just make it under 1 double crochet. But if you like something curved like me, then that would be really good. So from here we are going to be doing the same thing we have been doing. All you need is to go back to square 1, get your blue yarn, the first color you used, okay, and go and attach it. We are working on the armhole now. Go and attach it anywhere you feel comfortable slip stitching in, because as long as you're going to close it off, it doesn't matter where you close it. But I'm going to choose that top part. Okay, so from here all I'm doing is chaining 3. Okay, we don't have stitches here, as you can see, so you're going to place 1 stitch, 1 double crochet stitch in that space. Then if you notice, there is always that space in between. You place 1 there. Then you're going to place 1 double crochet in this big space. Then there is a corresponding small space. Place 1 double crochet. Then place 1 double crochet in that space. Then do it for the whole of this row until you finish. Okay, the video is getting big, so guys, I'm going to have to explain to you at some point. because I believe from here you guys won't go wrong. So first finish this row and come back. So guys, this is my first row for the armhole. I'm slip stitching on top of my double crochet, chaining 3 and turning my work. So I'm going to make 10 rows of blue. Actually what we are doing is repeating the pattern we have been doing. So let me show you guys. I think from here you guys can go ahead and complete. You're going to make 10 rows of blue. Then it depends on the length of your hand. Keep putting it in your hand until you find your perfect coverage. So I made for the child, I could not make the 10 10 10 because the hands are of course very small. So for the blue part I reduced it a bit to 4 4. Then yeah, it was done. So you just measure your hand with a tape measure and see how long your hands can go. Okay, so I made 10 for that was for the child, but for an adult person I'm going to make 10. Okay, then I'll make something like 6 6 of these two colors, then I'll make 10 again. Then for the last row, excuse this, for the last row we are going to be just adding 1 2 3 lines of the blue. Then we are going to be doing exactly what we did here. Okay, I think you guys can do that. I see the video is very long, but this is all we are doing. So from here all I'm doing is continuing with the pattern. So I'm just going to place double crochets until I finish this row. I come and slip stitch, I chain 3, turn my work, come and complete until I get the exact length of my hand. Okay, I'll show you guys. Okay, go ahead and do that. For the ribbing I just did the back post front post ribbing. So this is how my sweater is looking, guys. I'm really crushing. I wish I made it for myself, but it's for a customer. Thank you so much for being good learners and listeners. Thanks for watching my video. Can't wait to show you the next tutorial. Stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends, those ones who have friends who would like to make sweaters. And yeah, I guess I'll be seeing you in my next tutorial. Bye.